I can boldly tell you for a fact that Scott McTominay can push Arsenal to win the Premier League.
Why exactly? Why exactly? In 6 years, Arteta has not got his hands on any major trophy in 6.5 years of his reign at Arsenal. Can you tell us exactly why, as brief as possible?
Well, Arteta has done a great job, a really good job to build Arsenal from scratch and all. But competing with Man City is not an easy feat. This is what Jurgen Klopp went through, got 97 points, and he ran from EPL because the pressure was too much. So it's never easy. First, you're competing with the tactical genius of Guardiola. You're competing with the big lump of money being thrown into the Man City team. Well, despite their case in court, they have enormous will to replace players at will. They can buy a big player today and he doesn't perform in 2 matches. He's to the bench. They get another one. So I think Arteta is doing a great job competing. For getting Arsenal over the line, you need more than a good job. That's my opinion.
Okay. From his response, it seems to be that Arteta directly has Guardiola to contend with, which asks the question, why has other coaches won this coveted trophy? Even Arne Slot that just came last season has his hands on this trophy. Pep Guardiola was right there. Man City's money was right there. Everything was right there. Arteta still failed. He still didn't get it. Like, can you tell us why other coaches have at least triumphed? Why this Arteta, this high spending Arteta has still failed? Please tell us.
Okay, so I think Arteta has possibly lacked some ideas getting Arsenal over the line. Because the problem of the team isn't actually that they are not good. Of course they are. Being first in the Premier League for so long, for multiple seasons, they're actually doing a good job. But getting them over the line is where the case is. From my perspective, I think the team lacks a core elite player to push them through the line. And that has been my argument. Because you can't have a Man City team with Kevin De Bruyne doing all the tricks, Rodri, who actually won Ballon d'Or from midfield. You get core elite players at that stage of the season when the brain is tired, the body is tired, fatigue here and there, injuries. You get somebody who just steps in. I can probably tell you for a fact that Scott McTominay can push Arsenal to win the Premier League. Do you know why? Because he has that charisma, that trait to show up when you need somebody to turn up. Arsenal desperately needs somebody to just put your foot on the ground and rally around the team. Finally, they have a captain that rolls 360 on the pitch. You have a striker that, well, you can't solely depend on. You have wingers that don't even cross 10 assists this season. You can win a Premier League with that. You can win a Premier League with Jesus, who is actually a good player, on the bench as your striker, as a competing striker. Somebody competing for league. Man City has Haaland. They have the other guy from Egypt, Mamouche, who is not even playing because Haaland is actually a very good striker. Then you're competing with Jesus and Havertz, who are actually good players. I'm not ridiculing them. But you need elite players to actually win the league. You need somebody to just turn up. You mentioned Liverpool, they won the league, yes. But they still have that core strength that Klopp left. You have the best centre-back in the league. You have the best right winger in the league. And a couple of fancy players. Look, Luis Diaz had a fantastic season. And Jota made contributions here and there. You have the core players who are actually world-class elite talents that stepped up. Arsenal lacks that a lot.